Hi, hello, and welcome to the Cancer Moon Club and the February of Love reading series. Happy Moon Day and happy early Valentine's Day. This is your timeless reading on why are you so lovable. For a pick a card reading, all you have to do is pick which pile you are most drawn to, and we have 5 card piles for y'all today. We have pile 1 with the cherry blossom agate moon, pile 2 with the opalite moon, pile 3 with the goldstone moon, pile 4 with the rose quartz moon, and pile 5 with the amazonite moon. I will put timestamps for each pile in the description. You can watch this video at any time whenever you feel called to. Now let's dig in. Hello, pile number 1. If you chose this pile with the cherry blossom agate, then this reading is for you. So, the first 2 tarot cards that you have are the 8 of Cups and the 4 of Cups. The first thing that is coming through is that you know your worth. You are someone that is willing to walk away from a situation that isn't for you, or if you are dissatisfied, you have the strength and ability to walk away. Like, not everybody can do that, and people really admire that about you. You're somebody that will only do what they love, only do what fills them. They're not content to stay somewhere where they are made to feel small, because you know that you're bigger than that. Pile number 1. You have this, you know what you deserve and what's for you, and you're not afraid to walk away or set boundaries as needed. You are aware of your infinite possibilities, your infinite potential. For many people, you may be a rock. For many people, you may be that support system. Interestingly enough, in this card, let's bring it a little bit closer. You can see this woman like looking down at this man, and as if she is trying to revive him. People see you as their strength. You may even have like a healing presence. You could also have a healing touch, but don't be mistaken that you have certain people that you will go out of your way for, like your friends and your loved ones. They know that because you have such high standards, because you have such high respect for yourself, and you'll only meet the situations that you feel are meant for you. They feel honored. They feel the love and your intention in your relationships. Like, you're not going to spread yourself so thin, because when you dedicate to a relationship, you put your heart and soul into it. Your next 2 cards are the 6 of Wands and the Moon. I feel like it should go here. See, so 6 of Wands being here, six of Wands is that public recognition, that people notice you, that you may realize it, you may not, but you may be very popular. People may want to talk about you, or you're on people's minds. There may be some gossip about you, but it's mostly positive. And with the Moon card being here, they do mention they're calling back to the 4 of Cups. To that cups energy. So pile number 1, you may be someone highly intuitive, highly spiritual, someone with a really good, maybe potentially even psychic ability. And it's almost like you have this way of knowing how people feel, as in you have really good, strong interpersonal charisma. People really like to be around you. They feel very special. Ooh, you have that ability to make people feel like they're the only ones in the room, like they're the only people that matter, even though that may not be the case, but you have that effect on people. And looking at the 6 of Wands here, I get the sense that people vie for your attention. Like, there's all these, I'm not sure if you really could see, like they're all trying to like get this hand in this card. You could also be someone that is highly creative. You may be some kind of an artist, or just somebody who has like a really fun vision of the way they look at life. You may bring like a lot of energy and passion into the things you do, and people kind of find that super attractive. Ooh. With this card again, the message is that some people might even feign or pretend like they need help so you'll talk to them and give them attention. So your next card is Damsel. Isn't that wild? Because in this card, it almost looks like this person is a damsel. So we have understanding the nature of healthy romance inspires you to rely on yourself. Let's put this here. Damsel. I'm getting that you're someone that is also very attractive physically. People find your presence to be very magnetic when you walk into a room. People seem to notice you more than others. Actually, with the Four of Cups being here in the traditional tarot card, it's like a cup that is being offered, but the person doesn't really see it in front of them, or they're not really satisfied. But it's like people try to present themselves in front of you, and you may not, like, you don't take everybody. So it's that's actually a very magnetic quality, like not just taking everything, right? Not being thirsty, not appearing to be needy. That kind of like distance actually does attract people energetically, and people really love that about you. And with Damsel being here as well, what I'm sensing is that you are somebody that may appear to be like that traditional person in distress that people want to save, but the thing is that you don't need to be saved. You are somebody who has the ability to rise above on your own. You are also somebody that could be full of surprises, with the moon being here. You are definitely in the spotlight, for sure. I keep getting that, especially with the moon, right? The moon is, in my opinion, sometimes more noticeable than the sun, because the night sky is so dark and it's the only thing shining in the sky that's huge. There is like a feminine mystique, regardless of gender, that you have this ability, this attractive quality of like, I want to get to know this person on a deeper level, because there is like a lot to you. There is a depth to you. You kind of have to go underneath the surface to really get to know you. And it's not an easy task, because you really need to trust the person before you open up like that. But it's funny because people love opening up to you. People love sharing their personal stories with you. They feel a sense of comfort and home, even if they don't know you well. And your last card is love is all around you. And I really get that for you, pile number one. I think that there is so many people that are attracted to you and admire you and think you're kind of an inspiration, and they just love to be with you, to spend time with you, spend quality time with you, because you have that ability to make people feel special and heard and seen. It feels very non-traditional to do this, but we're gonna roll Astro Dice on last message about what makes you so lovable. Pile number one. Ready? So we have Leo, in the 5th house, which is I believe it's natural ruler. It's not natural house. In Jupiter, which is, amazing. So you are a very fun-loving person. You also have a huge heart. You have a very warm personality, and you're also reliable, I would say. There's definitely a lot of people that want to date you. I get kind of like a big, loving, huge heart space kind of person. You're very lucky. You have a lot of fortune. People from all walks of life can relate to you. And you also have this, a very leadership-like quality to you as well. But, Leo is ruled by the sun, so it's kind of cool to have that kind of energy of the sun and the moon in your reading. You have a very main character energy, and being around you is very expansive. So that is it. That is your reading, pile number one. Thank you for being here and sharing your lovable energy with me. If the message resonated, please like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, and I will see you at our next meeting. Bye. Hello, pile number two. If you chose this pile with the opalite, then this reading is for you. So your first set of tarot cards is Balance, Triumph, and Illusion. Wow, these are all major arcana cards. What? Insane. Balance, Triumph, and Illusion. So in traditional astrology, balance is temperance, triumph is the world, and illusion is the moon. So first things first, pile number 2, I will say, because you have all 3 major arcana cards, I will say that you have big energy. You have a big presence that people love. And you also have, so you see this card Venus, which is the goddess of love. It's pretty interesting because you bring balance into people's lives. You bring love and creativity, and you also bring so much like fantasy. Look at the world card. Like look at the way this person is holding. Look at the way they're holding each other. It's like people really like, they love you deeply. You're kind of giving me the vibe that you may be like maybe famous. You may be well known in your circle or highly regarded in your circles. There's something very romantic about you that people really love. It's like you make life more movie-like when they're with you. You may also have like a lot of good stories to tell. People really find spending time with you is very enjoyable and pleasurable. I'm not sure what it is about you, pile number 2, but I really get like there's something about your look that is very like soft, or I just get a very romantic physical appearance. Like maybe there's something about your eyes or the shape of your face, or you have flowy hair. There's something about your physical presence as well that is highly enticing. And also with illusion here, people sometimes can like they fantasize about you, like people that are romantically interested in you, it's like you kind of like are the idealized version of a partner. Like you're like somebody that people really take a lot of pride of bringing them around their friends and family. Like you are like a prize. Being with you is very fulfilling as well. Like the time feels like highly well spent, and it just feels very wholesome. You have a very warm and understanding nature. And then we have the 4 of Wands. And the 4 of Cups. So that is 2 4s. Maybe you would also like to check out pile number 1 because they also got the Moon card and the 4 of Cups in their reading too. People find you to be very balanced. Like you feel very solid to be around, and they feel highly supported when they're with you. Remember when I just said like that you are a warm presence? Like this feels like you are the fire, and people love being around you because when they feel out in the cold, they have a sense that they could call you, that they can come to you in confidence. And on top of that, the 4 of Wands is a very celebratory card. So it's like all people also enjoy celebrating with you. They enjoy that you love celebrating you love celebrating other people. And I'm really getting a strong message for a particular person or some people from this pile, that there's one person particularly that really like loves you and thinks you're everything. Like I'm sensing that you may be engaged or are about to, I'm getting a sense that you're engaged, about to get married, or you're already married to this person, and this message just needs to come through that you still are like the fire in their heart. Like you are someone's like other half, the yin to their yang. And it shows up in like these 2 cards. Let me show you. Well, I mean, it shows up in like so many cards, but it's just like the dark and the light in both cards that are pictured. And with that being said, you also balance out a lot of other people. Like when people are feeling out of whack, they feel very calm in your presence. Look at this. Your next card is Addict. Helps you recognize and confront addictive behavior. So another reason why you are so lovable is that you are very understanding of human nature. You're not somebody who will judge people and turn them away because they're not like everybody else, or that they are struggling or in a difficult place. I'm also getting the sense that you have been through your own turmoil, pile number 2, and you are very relatable, and people can have a sense of camaraderie with you. You can talk to people through all walks of life and be able to share some kind of common ground and relate to people on a deeper level, like human to human, not just surface. You have the ability to deeply impact people on a psychological level, is what I'm getting. Like with the moon being here, it goes deep. It goes real deep. You are like not a superficial kind of person. You are, the word that came through is iceberg. You are an iceberg. So it's like you see what's on top, but you have no idea that it goes, that like your big energy, your huge presence is like, you only see what's on top, but you don't realize how much there is of you until you go below the surface. I think it's like what's cool about you too, pile number 2, is that there's things about you that, like, there's something very secretive and mysterious about you. You have like a lot of surprises that would shock people, like if they knew that about you, which makes you like very interesting. And like I think I said already, I'm not sure if I did, that you have like good stories to tell. Like you have lived a very full spectrum life. Ooh, okay. And your last 2 cards is receive with love and appreciation. Here. And that's what is a really strong message that is coming through in this reading, is that you accept people for who they are, as they are. You don't try to like sugarcoat it. You don't try to make excuses for people, because you're not someone who would make excuses for yourself. But the way that you show love for people and why people love you so much is that you see them as they are. You can love even the darkest parts of other people. Ooh, you're someone who has confronted your shadow side, has made amends with the parts of themselves that can be pretty difficult. And so you're able to share that love and that understanding with the world and those that you meet. And then the last card is appreciate this moment. Every situation is opportunity to grow and find love. And that's once again giving me that like supportive, that you give that supportive energy, and you have appreciation showing up here. And it's like you have such appreciation for people, for the human experience, and you're someone that is highly present. You're someone that is very present with people when you're with them. You don't take things for granted. So it means a lot to people that you share your time with them. And I'm going to roll the Astro dice on a little bit more about why. Why do people love pile number 2? Oh, nice. Okay, so the 6th house. All right, we got Gemini, Sun. Whee. The Sun. Gemini, Sun in the 6th house. First off, we got Gemini here. And Gemini is like that two-sided nature. Will you focus? No. Okay. But Geminis are also like very friendly. They're the life of the party. They're so much fun. They have a lot of good stories to tell. And being the Sun, it's like you are like that, once again, that warmth, that fire energy. Yes, if you were in between pile number 1 and 2, I would recommend checking out pile number 1. Anyway, also the 6th house being here. So just like in daily life, you're like a very fun person. You are kind of just like the star. You're a unique individual for sure. You make like boring tasks fun. You make like work fun. That's how like enjoyable it is to be around you. You also have, with Gemini being the 2, a very dual nature. And so you have both sides, masculine, feminine, dark and light. You just have like this coolness about you that you've experienced a lot of life, and you are like not one dimensional at all. You have so many sides to you. You have so much to share, and that's why people love you. So that is it. Thank you for being here and sharing your lovable energy with me. If the message resonated, please like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, and I will see you at our next meeting. Bye. Hi, hello, pile number 3. If you chose this pile with the goldstone, then this reading is for you. So our first tarot cards are the 10 of coins. Oh, and magic. That is awesome. All right. So pile number 3, you are a great manifester. People love to be around you. You have like the energy of wealth and abundance in spades. Like you have, people love being around you because it's just the energy of someone who is confident and knows what to do. Someone who's practical. I still see someone very jovial and fun to be around and just like full of knowledge. Like you're somebody that's very knowledgeable and hardworking and practical as well. It's like you know what you are capable of, and you have no problem with the exchange. Like you have no problem with asking for money, or you just know your worth. You know what you're worth, and plus interest is what I'm hearing. It's like, and more. It's like I'm getting really like high self-confidence, and it feels really good to be around that person, that kind of energy, because to me it activates that knowing that we all have that ability, that we all have that innate worth, that you have, that you can have anything you want. Like what you desires you deserve what you desire. Like there's like that higher, it's like a really abundant and prosperous state of being. It gives like a lot of like Empress energy, which is like being able to be receptive to all, like to getting gifts, to getting support. The thing is, I'm also getting from you, pile number 3, that you are a hard worker, that you can be very disciplined. Like you have a talent for being very patient in growing. You're not someone that is thinking short term. You're someone who's a long-term person. You're somebody that's building a legacy. You're someone who's focused on building something or becoming something substantial in your eyes. And to be honest, in the eyes of others, like, cause you have a lot of skills. Like you're very talented. You may also be somebody with, you may be somebody who is very physically attractive as well. Like physically, like you could have abs, or just like you have very muscular definition, or there's something about you that's like you have like a healthy glow about you. Like people really like the way you look. And what I'm hearing is like you look expensive. You look like you should be paid more. That's such a funny message. You look like a Lamborghini. Yeah, there's definitely something about you that like people love. Like when you come in, they're like, wow, like what does this person do? Like they want to know like what you're doing, what moves you're making, where you're heading, because they want to head in the same direction. Like you're the one. That's a very specific, it's very interesting metaphor, but it's like you're the kind of person people want. When people talk about, you represent, your friends or your circle represents you, people want you to be in that circle. People want you to be part of that representation because you lift up the energy of the entire group when you're around like your vibration, like this vibration of abundance and the opposite of lack. This knowing that, this confident energy of knowing that you deserve more and the best always and foremost, it brings up everyone else's consciousness about what they deserve as well. And your next 2 cards are, man goodness, the Knave of Pentacles, which is the Knight of Pentacles. Slow and steady wins the race. And the Knight of Wands. Like you are a go-getter, pile number 2. You are like, people want to follow you. Because you're after something. People love people that that have a goal, that have a direction, that know where they're going. Because a lot of us can be very aimless in this life. And so it's very inspiring to see somebody go after a vision, and you're somebody that is creating it. Like with the Magician here with 10 of Pentacles, like, are you kidding me? Like, you are creating it. Like, you are not worried about how long it will take, but you have such precise vision, such focus. It's inspiring. It really lights a fire in people. I will say that it could also attract some jealousy, but you have so many people that love you for it. Like, there may be like some reason. You may have a very powerful why for why you are so hungry, why you are so driven. And that also could be a reason why people love you, because I'm getting a sense that you support people financially, that you have there is also a philanthropic aspect to the way you move. I don't get at all that you are a selfish person for your gifts. I'm getting the sense that you want to share this with, there is like a family you want to share this with. There are people that you love that you want to share your prosperity with, that there's a deeper reason for the fire and the drive that you have to go towards this. Ooh. And your next card is Warrior, and you have it, pile number 3. Strength, skill, discipline, and toughness of will, heroism, stoicism, self-sacrifice, and conquering the ego. My goodness. Yes, you are a warrior. You just don't let things get in your way, and if things get in your way, it's like you're able to just like push past it. It's your willpower, pile 3. It's your steadfastness. It's your consistency. It's your sense of knowing that even if it doesn't look like anything is happening on the outside, that you know that every little step you make, every 1% change that you take is in the long run is going to make a huge difference. Maybe you won't see in a couple of months, maybe even a year, but in 5 years you'll see. You know that you're going to see the vision that you have in your mind. You know that like the huge shift that you're making through all the little steps you take. And a lot of people can't see that. And people just love that about you, because when you're done, when people see what you're building in a larger way, they're going to think that it wasn't hard work and time and discipline. It will seem just like magic in the snap of the fingers. But the truth is the intention, the pure intention and focus and actions that you took every day. And it's not just with goals, not just with external rewards, not just money, but it's also in so many aspects of your character and your life. And so if there's people that you love, you also put energy into those relationships. You also put passion into those relationships and connections. And the people that love you really love you for that. Your next 2 cards are Like Attracts Like. So definitely that group dynamic, like the people in your circle. I keep getting a message about a group. The people in your circle are happy, are super happy that you are, part of their team. That you share your energy with others, and also that you get what you put in, and you know that you always reap what you sow, and you know that. So when you love, you know that you're going to get love back. You know that when you invest your time into something, into a project, into a connection, that it brings you something. It adds to your life. It's like the investments that you make and what you choose are also symbiotically investments in yourself. And your last oracle card is Slow Down. Slow down. I get that you are a very patient person. Impatient and patient. Pile number 3. And one of the messages that I'm getting is that you know how to work, and you also, work hard, play hard. Like, you know how to work, but you also know how to enjoy your time too. Let me lower the light. You know when to rest. You know when it's time to relax, be present. The reason why you work so hard is so that you can enjoy life's little moments with those you care about. It's like this. It's like understanding that the hard times, the struggle, the difficulties, the battles that you fight make the moments that you can spend time with those you care about so much more enjoyable, so much more meaningful, so much richer and juicier. It's like you work so hard to improve your life and by association, the lives of the ones you care about. Yeah, when there's downtime, you definitely enjoy it. You know what really matters. I'm not kidding you, but I dropped I'm gonna roll the astro dice, and I dropped this one twice. And I'm not kidding you, it dropped on 2 earth signs. It dropped on Capricorn, and then it dropped on Taurus. So yeah, this is definitely an earth sign pile. All right, so I'm gonna roll the astro dice a little bit as the last part of this reading, more about why you're so lovable. Ooh. So we got Aries. Aries in Neptune in the 10th house. Oh, in the 5th house. There you go. You know how I was saying work hard, play hard? So pile number 3, you like, people love you because you are so much fun to be around. You have a hot-headed, go-getter, revolutionary, innovator personality, and you have big dreams. Like your dreams are not, you dream big. There's no keeping you small. Like you don't want an apartment, you want like the mansion. Like you don't want to be like the entry-level employee. You want to be like the CEO or the CFO. The president. You want the president of the company. You just you got big dreams and you find it fun. You bring fun to kind of having wild dreams, and maybe to people around you that seems wild, but to you it's very real. You are and you take action. You know, Aries is the sign of action. You take action on your dreams. You enjoy the work you do. You enjoy going after it. You're also a very creative person and highly and super original. You know, Aries is like the initiator, the first to do something. And that's why people love you. So that is it. That is your reading. Thank you for being here and sharing your lovable energy with me. If the message resonated, please like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, and I will see you at our next meeting. Bye. Hello, pile number 4. If you chose this pile with the rose quartz, then this reading is for you. So your first cards are the 5 of Staves, which is the 5 of Wands. Ooh, the Prince of Arrows, Cupid. And the 8 of Staves. The first thing that's coming through is that people fight over you. Pile number 4, people fight over attention from you. With Cupid being here, the Cupid here in Prince of Arrows in this deck, the original tarot card is the Prince of Swords. This being here indicates that a lot of people fall in love with you, which makes sense in a reading about why you are so lovable. You could be very handsome, very beautiful physically. You could be very funny and creative. You may have a very engaging personality. What's coming through is like the vision of like a manic pixie dream girl. Like in every indie romance movie, there's like that character, or every romance movie period, where people like their eyes meet and that's when you know, like that feeling. I think a lot of people get that with you. When they see you for the first time, they come across you, they feel like love struck. They feel like, who is this person? Like this dreamy person that walked out of a movie. Like everything goes in like slow motion. People get goosebumps when you walk into a room with so much Wands energy here. It is definitely a lot of a physical attraction, and there's a lot of energy. You have you bring a lot of liveliness to a conversation, into any party or event. With both the 5 of Wands and the 8 of Wands being here, I kind of get that you are someone that is very exciting to be around. It's like there's always like a lot of things that are like going on in your life. Like there's like a lot of movement going on in your life, and kind of like a warrior energy about you. It's like you see obstacles and you are not afraid. You're not afraid to tackle an obstacle. Like you're ready to, you have the energy to take action when you need to. And people really find that admirable about you. Like people really love that about you. Like they see you as somebody that is fearless. You are not afraid of change, and you strike when the iron is hot. Like when you see the opportunity, you go for it. You are a very competitive person. I am getting like a more masculine energy in this pile, like almost like military or someone, maybe sports, athleticism. I'm also getting someone with like chiseled features or like a strong jawline, like something that is very physically striking to see for the first time. And not just the first time is what I'm hearing, it's like all the time. Absolutely somebody that is physically fit, healthy, and glowing. There is something about your appearance that is truly magnetic and desirable. So the next cards we have are the Two of Pentacles. And the Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, pile number 4. People are really enamored with you. They want to be with you. A lot of people are highly physically attracted to you. Like I said before, like there are people who are fighting over you. You may be like juggling a few relationships potentially. You may be juggling a few priorities, but I think that makes you even more attractive to people because like you're like a hot commodity. People view you as somebody who is worthy of being like fought over. And I kind of get that sense of like there may be 2 people in particular that are like vying for your attention. And if you ever wanted to be that person, then you know that that is who you are. That you're somebody that people are like they're mine. I do see that people love that you do take action, that you are highly focused on what you want and that you go after it. I do see that it's a strong message that you are a good lover. You are a good date, that you are like an amazing partner, especially when it comes to physical needs being met, if you know what I mean. So your next cards are Martyr, learning the transcendent nature of service to oneself or a cause. And Slave, surrendering your power of choice to the divine and with complete trust. Oh, this is pretty cool. So one other thing that people love about you is your ability to surrender. While you do take action towards your goals, you also are able to detach from the outcome. It's like you put in the work that you need to, that you know is necessary to get to your goal, but whatever happens, happens. You're not like somebody that's going to cling on. Like you're able to move forward. As long as it's something to you that that you enjoy the process, that there's like a higher cause for what you're doing, like a higher reason to you as to why you may struggle to get to a goal, then it doesn't matter to you if what happens. Like it will more than likely work out. But it's like this. It's like, for example, say that you dedicate your life to resolving food hunger. And you start, volunteering, you start thinking about ideas of what you can do to make a change. You're not someone that's like, oh, it's too big for me, like there's nothing I can do. You actually are not, even though it says martyr here, like you actually are not like a martyr. You're not somebody that victimizes yourself. You don't have that victimhood mentality. If you have this feeling, if you have this passion and vision to make a change, to do something, to not be on the sidelines, like you will try, like you will take action. You will like move with purpose. You're somebody that moves with purpose. You're not thinking about, oh, like me doing this one thing isn't going to make a change. Like you're like, I'm going to do something no matter, if somebody else learns about food hunger, if somebody is aware of, what's wrong or things we can do, like that's all that matters. Like all that matters is that I play my part regardless of the outcome. But having that specific intention in mind is what really matters. You don't know where the road will lead you, but you have belief that the road will not leave you astray. You are a very dedicated person to the purposes that you create, the meanings that you have. You know what matters most to you. When I see the Nine of Pentacles, it reminds me of the original tarot card of a woman being in kind of like a garden, enjoying the fruits of her labor. And that card is often referred to as like the single person card, but it's like somebody that people want that person. It's very attractive to people that you have a single-mindedness towards a purpose. Your next card is Have Patience. Love is patient and kind always. and get to know each other. $44. Pile number 4, you are a very patient lover. And you're somebody that does get to know people. And that kind of is what makes you an even more unique and prized person to be with. You're a kind person. You're an understanding person. And it says learn to meet another's need for love. And I do get that you are able to meet other people's needs. I feel like it's a concern of yours that the other person enjoys their time with you. People love that you take the time to get to know them. They don't feel rushed when they're with you. People like to soak in your presence in a way. So I'm going to roll the Astro Dice to get any more information about why you are so lovable. Dang, the 5th house again. Man, this is the 3rd time the 5th house has come up in the readings. I guess that makes sense because the 5th house is like a house of pleasure and dating. So that kind of makes sense. And you have it in Cancer. So Cancer in Mercury. In the 5th house. Oh, people feel like at home with you. People feel like they can open up when they're with you. Like that one-to-one connection. Like that's how people like having fun with you. Pile number 4. I don't know how much that can be stressed in this pile. Yeah. This is kind of like an adult reading in a way. But you have it's like the way you communicate, the way you talk. You talk with love. You talk with, the way you speak is like very comforting and meaningful. Like the way you speak, like it's not about, it goes deep. You're a very deep talker. You're not just talking about the weather. You're like really getting to know people for who they are. Like on a date, like you're someone who appears to be very attentive and curious about the other person and very romantic. Like I'm hearing wifey material. Like you would stand to be like a really, like a partner that people really would enjoy having. And it would be so fun to be with you. People really enjoy talking to you, pile number 4. And that is something they love about you. It could be your voice and also definitely your conversation style. So that is it. Thank you for being here and sharing your lovable energy with me. If the message resonated, please like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, and I will see you at our next meeting. Bye. Hello, pile number 5. If you chose this pile with the Amazonite moon, then this reading is for you. So your tarot cards are Siegfried, the Prince of Staves, which is the Prince of Wands, and the Nine of Staves, which is the Nine of Wands. So one of the reasons why people find you to be so lovable is your ability to persevere in the face of difficulty. You are really good at conflict resolution and you stick to your guns. There's something about that firmness and this ability to make a dream come true, to ground plans into physical reality. There may also be a physical strength about you. Like you kind of exude like determination and loyalty. I'm hearing the word loyalty. There is this calmness to you, pile number 5. And it's like this, people just know that you're going to keep your word. You are impeccable with your word. If you say you're going to go do something, that you'll go and do it. You can keep your promises, which is a hugely attractive quality in a person. You're somebody that takes initiative. People don't have to wait for you to do something you said you would do. And even if something is difficult, you will go forward. You're not someone that gives up. And that's something that's really lovable about you. I'm getting this example of like a couple that fights, like a couple that is having an argument. And you are someone that, you're not going to end, you're not someone that will end a relationship. It's like you will see that conflict or that argument as something that will help you as a couple grow stronger. You see difficulties as something that is there for growth. It's almost like It fertilizes the soul for love. It fertilizes the soul for love. It fertilizes the soil for love. But I just thought it was funny how that I said soul by accident. You're someone that puts a lot of effort into your connections. You know that everything needs to be nurtured, that these things just don't magically grow on their own, and that what you put attention to grows. It feels awesome to have a partner like you, to have someone like you on your side. I really sense that you are an advocate for people. Like if someone picks on someone, like you are there to stand up against a bully. Another reason why people love you too is that you're very authentic. You're not afraid, this is interesting, you're not afraid of hurting people's feelings because you believe that people can handle their own emotions. And not saying that you are going to be mean to somebody, but that you'll be honest about who you are and you expect others to be honest about who they are. And in that you respect other people. And it's like you ask other people to rise up as well. You don't go down to someone's level. You want to lift people up. You want people to rise to the level of their own self-trust, their own self-belief. Beautiful. Wow. We got the Knave of Wands, which is the same card. Like that's like double confirmation that you're just a steadfast person. And I love this card because it's like this person like looking out into the darkness and just, not really, and also they're naked too, which is also says like they are authentically themselves and all these eyes are watching them, but they're like, look at me, I have a giant fire in my hand. I'm not afraid to be seen. Yeah, and you see like the mountains in the card too. You see the obstacles and you know that they may be difficult. They know they may exhaust you, but you don't give up. And then we have death. Transformation. I sense that you have been through your own struggles. Pile number 5, you've been through your own darkness to become this person that is so resilient, to become this person that sees adversity and difficulties and says that I'm going to keep on pushing. I'm going to win this. I'm going to survive this. I know I'll be successful. I know I'll make it to the next stage and become something even better. As I was saying before about seeing difficulties as part of the transformation process, as part of becoming a better version of yourself, like understanding that these changes or these problems aren't just problems, that they are like levels in a video game that level you up. And it's such a lovable quality about you, seeing how you are able to move through life without like fear, without dread, seeing every personal annoyance or challenge as this is going to be great. Like the outcome of this is going to be even better than what the struggle is. And it's like such an interesting perspective that not everybody has, and a very unique vision and view of life. And you share this light with other people. Your next card is Beggar. Confronts empowerment at the level of physical survival. Awakens the spiritual authority of humility, compassion, and self-esteem. Put you here. Pile number 5, there's no doubt that you have been through struggle in your life, but you never let it take you down. It's through the struggle that you learned how to rise. Something I learned from one of my favorite YouTube tarot readers, Chloe Taylor, something that she mentions a lot in her readings is the concept of you have to be the victim first before you are the hero. And I really get that for you in this pile. From feeling powerlessness or helplessness, you have learned how to step into your power. You have learned what it takes to get up. And people find that very inspiring and admirable about you, because not many people can and not many people could. And your last card is Miracles and Blessings. Everything has its gifts. And I think that's such a beautiful way to sum up a lot of things we talked about. Like you're able to see everything even the problems, even any issues that may have come up in life, any things in the past, you can see why they had to be in your life in order to get where you are now, in order to be who you are now. It's like you have a very expanded vision of life. Like you have the ability to zoom out and see why everything has to happen the way it does to grow. I also get like, you must be a really good person for advice. Pile number 5, like people must come to you to learn from your experience and your wisdom, because I do see you as being someone that is very wise. And with such strong wand energy in this reading, you may have major placements in Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius. And so for the last part of our reading, we roll the Astro dice to see a little bit more about why you are so lovable. All right. Ooh, nice. So we have the North Node here, Gemini. Gemini in the 12th house. I love the 12th house, guys. I love it. The 12th house is the house of things unseen. It rules like places that people can't get to, like hospitals, prisons. Your purpose, part of your purpose, pile number 5, is to share your story. Share the story of your life and your struggle. The reason why people love you so much is your clarity of purpose, is your ability to speak about things that are kind of unspeakable, things that people can't understand. You have the ability to voice things that people cannot understand clearly. It's like you're able to make things that are kind of are difficult to understand into layman's terms. And you're also able to speak about it in a very like fun and palatable way. Like a way that people can connect to it emotionally. Like you can leave a very lasting impression on people with your stories. You understand that you have an understanding that life is about the journey. And also with the 12th house being here, it's like you've lived many lifetimes in this one life, and maybe also many past lives as well. But it's very noticeable. People take note of that. And to them, it's such a blessing to be around you. And that is why people love you. So that is your reading, pile number 5. Thank you for being here and sharing your lovable energy with me. If the message resonated, please like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. And I will see you at our next meeting. Bye.